Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tommy Zamp and I play guitar and get the lead out. We're a Led Zeppelin tribute and we tour all over the country. We do about 130 shows a year, and on this channel I like to bring you with me on tour. I'll take you backstage to some of the awesome venues that we play, like Red Rocks, which is coming up on September 18th. We're going to be there Thursday night, as well as other killer venues, man. I'm fortunate enough to play a lot of these places with this project, and I couldn't be happier. I thought it was a really cool idea to kind of bring you guys back, and you guys have seemed to be digging it. The tour vlogs will be coming back as well. And I talk about all things guitar related and Jimmy Page, because why not? You know, Jimmy Page forever, you know what I mean? And also I want to shout out to all the members. Thank you all so much for showing your support and helping me grow this channel. And to all of you who have subscribed, it really helps me out. And if you haven't, hit that like and subscribe. I'm going for a new goal of 15,000 subscribers this year, and you know, by the end of 2025. So with your help, I just might hit it. And without further ado, guys, today's video, I wanted to showcase my approach to Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. Okay, so up first, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. You're in standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E. So E, A, D, G, B, and E. So now that you're all tuned up, the song is in A minor, and what we're going to do is I'm going to try and focus everything in on this camera down here. I'm going to still talk to you, but I'm going to focus in on this one so you guys can see what my hands are doing. Okay, so the song is in A minor, and the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to get into the A minor position, right here on the 5th fret and the 7th fret. So your index finger bars across the 5th fret on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string. I just go ahead and put it on the 4th string as well. And then your ring finger is going to go on the A note on the 7th fret, 4th string. Okay, so that is an A minor. Now the most important part of this whole riff is the bass note is going to be right here, and it chromatically goes down. So it's going to be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, so that's one thing you got to follow. It just goes in order. Okay, so that's key to this all working out. But it starts off going like this. That's the first part. So you're going to take the 7th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret. And it's just straight down individual strings. From there, you're chromatically taking that bass note down a half step to the 6th fret. Your index finger is going to stay the same. Right? So it's going to that note. Then your pinky, I use my pinky, on the 7th fret on the high E. And you're going to play both the 4th string and the high E string together. Okay, so do that together. Alright, now you'll notice that sometimes I'll pluck the string down here in my finger, sometimes I'll play it with my pick. Just do it how you're the most comfortable doing it right now. Don't get too caught up on, I have to use this finger on that string. Just try and figure out playing the part. And the rest it'll all fall into place in due time, I promise. So, that first section again. Okay? And you're going to pluck both of those strings at the same time. So there's a pattern to the in-between notes, right? So you're going all down strokes, or, you know, just going straight down. Plucking. Then you're going to go 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st string. Okay? So it's... Watch my right hand. I'll do it with a pick. However you want to do it, that's the pattern. 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st string. And that repeats going forward. So, from the beginning. Now you're going to pluck the next D and E string again, but this time it's going to be on the 5th fret on the D string and the 8th fret on the high E. Same picking pattern. 2, 3, 1. Okay, so let's just do all those together. All right, so we're gonna leave it right there, and we're gonna do that one more time. And remember, the in-between notes, it's the second string, third string, first string. Okay, and the only notes that are changing in that picking pattern are on the first string. It starts off on the 7, then the 8. Okay, so here we go. One more time. Okay, so from here, you're in your bass note is on a G. You're gonna move down to the F sharp now, and it's easier for me to do it with my pinky on the F sharp, but you can do it with your ring finger as well. So from this move, you're making a D. You can do it like this if you want. If it's easier to do it, you can play the open D string. It's not the end of the world, but it is an F sharp. Okay, but it's the same thing picking pattern wise. But if you want to try it this way, bar with your index finger across the 2nd fret on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. Put your middle finger on that D note on the B string, 3rd fret. Okay, and then either use your ring finger on that F sharp 4th string, 4th fret, or your pinky, whatever is easier for you. All right, and it's the same picking pattern. You're plucking both the D and the E string together, and then 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st string. Okay, so from this move, it's quite a movement. So just practice from here. And I'll do it again slowly. So the key notes when you're doing a change like this, the target notes that you really want to make sure are in place are the first 2 notes that you pluck. This and that. And it kind of gives you a little bit of time to get the rest of your fingers in place. So one more time, watch my left hand move. Everything's moving together, you know? And if you just do this, you can do this move a lot just to get it going. See if you can speed it up a little bit. And again, if it's hard to do it with your pinky, your ring finger is already kind of in place. Just slide it down. See, watch my ring finger one more time. It's gonna go on this string, so you can have it in that position. And as you're sliding down, it's just gonna land in place. And from here, you're playing that D chord with that F sharp in the bass. Now you're gonna play a F major 7, so it's the 3rd fret and the high E together. And that's the walk down. One more time. Okay, so keep in mind we've got all the bass notes chromatically going down. And then there's that picking pattern, the 2nd fret, the 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st string. So that last one, it changes. That last picking pattern goes 2nd string, 3rd string, 2nd string. Okay? So that last, when that F major 7 comes in, all right? And then from there, you're gonna take your middle finger on the B note, 5th string, right? And you're also going to now use your middle finger and your ring finger on your right hand, and you're going to pluck the G and B strings at the same time. So you got 2, open, open, all right? From there, you do that once to an A minor. Now the key is you're not playing the ring finger or the middle finger note, that E note on the D string. You're just playing the A note and the C note. So it's one more time. So following that part, we're going to do the slide up, and it's going to be the open A string to the 8th fret, which is an F, to an E. And it starts over. Oh, and I forgot to mention there's those last 3 notes before. Okay, so let's just do that whole thing again, and I'll stop after the slide up. It goes like this. And then it repeats again, and the recorder comes in. And from there, after that next repeat, you're going to go to the next section of the intro, right? This is all still before any of the vocals come in. So the target chords we're going to go after, it's going to be a C to a D to an F major 7 to the A minor. Back to your C to a G to a D. Alright, so those are the chords, but it's still all picked out, alright? So we're going to walk into it, so it's open. I'll play the part and then we'll get into it. Okay, so we're going to start on the open A string and go open 2nd fret, 3rd fret. And that's getting you into the position for the C chord, right? So, right there. Next, you're going to do the whole open E string. That's the move. Next to your D, you're going to play the D string and the 2nd fret high E string together. There's that pattern, 2, 3, 1. Then your F major 7. Okay, same pattern. So from that D, it's the same pattern like the intro. You're plucking 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st string, F major 7, plucking both strings, the D and the high E. Then your 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st string. Okay? So take it from the C, the walk up for the C. Here we're going to play the A and the B string open and hammer on to that C note on the B string. Play it followed by an A on the G string. So do that move. Okay, one more time. You're not re-hitting that B string, you're just hammering on. Okay? So, do that part one more time. Alright? I have a habit too of making the actual chord shape, even though I'm not playing the other note, that E note in the A minor. I'm still going to make the chord shape. It just, everything just kind of moves in place, and I find it easier that way. So maybe that could help you out as well. Instead of just trying to play the individual targeted notes, play the actual chord shape with your hand, just focusing on the other strings that you're supposed to play. It kind of helps mute the strings that aren't supposed to be played as well. It's, you know, you'll find little techniques like that that can help you out. But from this move, we're going to go... From this move, repeat now the same intro for that C chord, but we're going to go C, G, D this time. The next walk up, you're going to go, but you're going to play now the B string with the C in the bass. Like that. You're going to play both the 5th string and the 2nd string. Right? And the pattern is here, then your G string, D string, 2nd string, right? Still the same thing, but you're just moving it up a set of strings. So there, one more time. To a G, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, high E is with your pinky. Same pattern there. And then make a D, your pinky stays, but go ahead and make a D chord. And then you're going to, your D string and the high E string, you're going to pluck it and pull off from this G note to that F sharp. So it's, that's the move. All right? So that second part, pluck 2 strings, G, and then pull off that second part. Followed by 2 strums on that D chord. All right, one more time. So that whole section from the beginning, now it's going to repeat, but there's a little variation. So I'm going to do the repeat now and we'll talk about it in a second. Okay, so the very first part is exactly the same. We're going to do that again. All right, and here's where it changes. We're still going to walk up, but we're just going to play the individual notes of the chord like this. Followed by 3 strums on the F major 7. All right, so one more time, the second part of that. Okay, and that's where the vocals come in, and you're just repeating now the intro part. Now at the very end of the verses, you'll hear this line come back in, right? The turnaround, and that's where the picking pattern changes on the intro part. So I'm going to play the faster picking part, and then we're going to talk about it. But the thing to remember is your left hand doesn't do anything different than what you were doing in the intro. It's your right hand. Your picking pattern changes. But everything else down here on your left hand stays exactly the same. So check it out. Okay, so as you noticed, it's all the same on your left hand, but the only thing that is tricky is the very first part. So check it. That's all the same. So the pattern changes, and when you're in this position, it's going. Okay? Try that again. So you're plucking, second, 3, second, 1, 2, 3. And now you're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down and back, straight up and down. So, just like that. Alright, so once you get past this part, which is the most difficult part of it, then it's pretty easy. It's just straight up and down. So, one more time. Okay, moving to the next position. Next chord. Next. Repeat it. Okay, so let's do it again, and I'm going to do it slowly, but, you know, play along with me. Here we go. Okay, so that covers all of the intro guitar parts. Okay, so now the next part where I want to talk about is we're going to play this chord, and we're going to go into the strumming pattern. So the chord is, it's basically a G, but you're going to play the 5th string to the B string. That's all you're playing, those notes. So 2nd fret, open, open, 3rd fret. Okay? A minor. So that's the chord shapes right there. Watch this hand. So you have an A minor. Now you're going to do an A minor 7. Kind of tricky, but check it out again. I'll do it slowly. That's one chord. A minor 7. Still an A minor 7, just no high E or high G on the E string. Followed by open, open, 3rd fret, open, followed by D. Okay? Now you can do that with your pinky if you want, or do it with your ring finger. But that is a cool chord that's definitely in there. So keep that in mind when you're going through it. Followed now by E minor, D, C, D. So you're doing the same A minor strumming pattern, right? But the second half of it, you're going to play an E minor, a D, a C, and back to a D. And it goes like this. Okay, in those shapes, your E minor is 9th fret, ring finger, 3rd string, 8 on the B string, 7 on the high E. So now you're going to slide down to your D, which is going to be on the 7th fret, G and B string, and your index finger is right there on the high E string. Slide that same position down. That's a C, so you're on the 5th fret with your ring and pinky, and your 3rd fret with your index finger. Back up. That's your D. So that whole section goes like this. Okay, one more time. So now we're going to go to the second part of the picking pattern. So we're going to walk up to a C and play the whole C individual note picked out chord. Move the bass down to a B and play that high D note, right? So do that again. From there we're going to hammer onto the B string from open to first fret, and play that A note on the G string. So this is the part. Now from your A string, go back up. Okay, so that's the first half. Go back to your C, B, F, A minor. All right, I'll do it one more time. I'll do that section one more time, so check it out. Okay, so once you're done with all of that, this is the section that leads into the guitar solo, right? So this interlude, it goes like this. I'm going to play it, and then we'll talk about it, okay? All right, so then it repeats again. So leading into that, so you're going to play a D chord, right? But you're going to keep your middle finger off the fretboard. And it's going to sound like that. So it's just open on the high E. Then you're going to play it again with your F sharp down with your middle finger. And then you're going to use your pinky on that G note, right? On the high E string. And it sounds like this. Repeat it. One more time. Back to your D. All right, so do it one more time with me. And I'll do it again. I'm going to change my picture or my hand in this camera so you can see what my middle finger is doing. Okay, so from there we're going to keep our ring finger where it is on that D note. We're going to take our middle finger and play that C on the 5th string. All right? And it's going to go, and we're rocking our index finger on and off of that 2nd fret 1st string. So, all right, so try that all together, right? So going into it. Okay, that's where it goes into the, right where the guitar solo starts. So the last part leading into it, you're going to go. So it's index finger on that B note, open, open, D on that B string, then your F sharp pulls off, D pulls off to open, right? And then the A to G. Try it one more time. However you want to do it. You want to use your index finger like that? You know, or do it like this. Okay, so leading into that. now you're just playing A minor to a G to an F. Okay, and that just repeats, and that's the outro. And to be honest with you, I don't really think there's any acoustic guitar on that. I think it's all electric from there on out. But if you want to continue to play along with it, you can play it here, A minor to a G to an F. You can make the full bar chord. You can make leave off the low bass, or you can just play it here on the 4th string down. So you have some options, okay? If you want to play all bar chords. Play it there. So guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I know it's probably a little bit longer than you wanted it to be and I wanted it to be, but you know, I try and get as in-depth as I possibly can. And you know, if I show you a couple different ways to play it, maybe it'll help somebody look at it differently, you know, because there's always multiple ways to do the same thing. So if the way you play an A minor chord might be this way, someone might do it like this. And if that's easier for them and it helps them out, then all the better for everyone, you know what I mean? So that's why I try and give different ways to approach things. Give you as many options as possible. So guys, again, thanks so much for checking out my channel. Thank you for hitting that like and subscribe. If you haven't already, please do. I'm going for a new goal of 15,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you like content like this, man, let me know in the comments below. And let me know in the comment section below if there's other songs that you want me to focus on. I've got a slew of stuff. I've got my acoustic home for a couple days now before we go out on tour. So I'm going to kind of concentrate on getting some acoustic songs out. I know a few of you have written me in the comments already saying, hey, you know, there's a lot of acoustic stuff that we'd like to check out. So that's what I'm doing this week while I'm home. I'm going to try and knock out a few of these videos and hopefully they help you guys out. So again, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and I hope you continue to have a great week. And as usual, my friends, be good to yourself and be good to each other, and I'll see you all in the next video.